You've learned now what a complex number is, an imaginary number. Now we want to take it to the next step, and we're going to go ahead and simplify some expressions, and notice they'll be complex numbers. So here are some examples. Example A, the square root of -6. Remember that -6 causes a problem. So you can rewrite it as I, and then leave that square root of 6 alone. So it'll be I square roots of 6. The next example, again, that's an I out in front, and then square root of 8. Now see if you can break down the square root of 8. The square root of 8 can be rewritten as the square root of 4 times 2. Now if you remember, square root of 4 is 2. So this is going to go out in front as a 2. And then everything else stays as it is. The I, square root, and then this 2 stays underneath. So it's 2I square roots of 2. Third example. Again, you have a negative, so I'm going to pull that out in front, -3. I'm going to replace that negative underneath the radical with an I out in front. And now think about breaking down 49. 49 is a perfect with 7 times 7. So now I can take that 7 squared, the square root of 7 squared, or the square root of 49 is 7. I'm going to multiply that with -3i. So we multiply like pieces together. So we're going to multiply -3 and +7 is -21. And then we just have that I. So our answer is -21i. Next example. We have a negative underneath the radical. So I'm going to change that to 3i square roots of 16. And now think about square root of 16. The square root of 16 is 4. If you want to, you can change that to 4 squared. Leave that 3i alone out in front. And then the square root of 4 squared is 4. Now multiply 3 and 4 together. Gives us 12i. Last example. Add the negative underneath the radical, so I'm going to replace that with an I. And then I have that square root of 75 still underneath. And now let's break down 75. 75 can be rewritten as 3 and 25. 3 times 25 is 75. I still have that negative I out there. Then you can break down 25 as 5 squared. Negative I stays alone. And now remember, the square root of 25 is 5, or the square root of 5 squared is 5. And then the square root of 3 still stays underneath. And I'm just going to make this look a little nicer here. Negative I times 5 is -5i. And then square root of 3.